Hi, it's Wyndham. How much like Homer Simpson do you think you are? And I don't mean the superficial stuff like you've got 3 kids, married, work in a nuclear power plant. Not the standard stuff. It's one of those programs that's been around for donkey's years and has a very consistent ability to predict the future, almost Nostradamian. And how alike Homer Simpson are you? And there's one episode that came to mind particularly. He's at work and he goes up to the vending machine and he sees something and he goes, well, I don't want to pay for it. So he reaches his hand up and gets stuck. And he's stuck there for ages and he looks across. There's another vending machine on this side. This one's got drinks in it, so I quite fancy a drink. Reaches his hand up into that one and gets stuck again. So now he has two arms stuck up different vending machines. And the whole episode is about him being rescued or his perception of what's going to happen. And he ends up going off on daydreams about Maggie getting married and he's stood there still with these vending machines on his arms, showering free snacks and drinks at people. And there's a bit where the emergency services are in and they're all trying to figure out how they can release him. And they go, well, I think we're just going to have to cut your arms off. He starts panicking. And then one of them just says, Homer, are you holding on? And he just sits there going, what do you mean? I can't remember the exact line, but it's something along the lines of, so. And in that moment, it's this perfect, if blunt, reflection of how most of us are. Most of us are holding on. Most of us, we hear it all the time, this get out of your own way. That's essentially what it means. We are going through our lives with our hands stuck up vending machines, holding on to the thing that is impeding us from moving forward. So look at your life. Where in your life are you still holding on to things that don't serve you? Because if you are not actively making change in those areas, then some part of you is holding on. And that's okay. It's not as ridiculous as Homer Simpson with his arms up to vending machines. There's a very good reason why we hold on. We know we can survive where we are. We might not be happy. We might not be thriving, but we are surviving. And that is the deepest, most fundamental purpose of our blueprints. And as human beings, it is our strongest driver. So where we can survive, there's always the potential threat that where we move to, we don't know we can survive in that different environment. But we, as human beings, anybody watching this video is not in a life and death daily struggle. There are people in the world who are. I'm not diminishing their struggle. For the vast majority of us, we're not. And actually, the threat our blueprint is perceiving is discomfort. The threat is our fear of judgment, but not just because of judgment. The fear is, as a result of the judgment, we will be kicked out of whatever group we're in. I talk about inclusion criteria. Every group we are part of has inclusion criteria, and those inclusion criteria shape our behaviour. If they shape our behaviour in a way that moves us away from who we really are, or requires us to compromise on our values, or keeps us funneled into this perspective of what life should be that we don't find rewarding, we will not be happy unless we can find a balance away from whatever that group is. The alternative is to let go of the vending machines, let go of the things that are holding us back. Recognize that if you have this dissonance in your life, this sense that I'm unfulfilled, I'm demotivated, I find no personal reward or meaning in what I'm doing, you have a choice. And the choice is to get deeply reconnected with who you really are and recognize that that is who the world needs. We've spent so long as a society churning out cookie cutter versions of what we're told we should be. And look at the reported general state of well-being around the world. There has to be more to life than that. There has to be. And there is. In order to find our way to it, we have to let go. We have to start putting down the things that no longer serve us. I leave you with that. I wish you a peaceful and joyful few days, and I will speak to you soon.